Before beginning this lesson, I would just like to give you some insight. This lesson is intended for a first grade classroom of students. As well, this is a writing workshop lesson that follows Lucy Calkins' model. This lesson is a part of the unit of study on personal narratives and is also being linked to a social studies unit of study on family. Prior to this lesson, students have been practicing on zooming in on a small moment and stretching out their stories. Today, in this lesson, students will be focusing on using a photograph as a resource for a small moment to stretch out their stories in great detail. Class, as you know, we have started our family unit a few weeks ago in social studies. I also asked your families to send in a few pictures of you and your family that show a special family tradition, holiday, or memory. Today we will be choosing one of those photographs to use as a resource to write a family small moment. Before we start our lesson today, let's all take out our pictures. Turn and talk to your writing partner about each picture. Go ahead. Today, class, I'm going to show you how I will use one of my own family photographs to write a small moment. Afterwards, each of you will choose one of your photographs to begin writing your small moment. Our goal today is to stretch out our small moments by writing in great detail. This will help bring our stories to life, and as a result, we all eventually will learn a lot more about each other's families. Okay, so just like all of you, I picked out a family photograph. Let me show you the family photograph that I chose. This family photograph is very special to me. I also made a bunch of copies that I'm going to pass out so you and your writing partner can have a close look at my family photograph. Here you go. As you're taking a look, tell me, what do you think is happening in this family photograph? Raise your hand and share. What is happening? Wow, thank you for all sharing what is happening in my photograph. What I noticed is a lot of you are using your eyes to tell me what you see in this photograph. But because this is my photograph, I can pull out even more details and zoom in on what might not even be seen in the photograph. And that is exactly our goal for today. Today, we are going to stretch out our small moments by writing in great detail. Well, how are we going to do that? Well, each of us will have a planning sheet that says planning your family story. It will be organized into sections, beginning, middle, and end. We're going to use our photograph and think, what happened in the beginning? And as I'm thinking, I'm going to jot down my ideas. Let me show you. So, my photograph, as many of you assume, was at my sister's wedding. And as you can see, we are in the church. So what happened in the beginning? So I'm going to think, in the beginning of my story, before this photograph was taken, my sister walked down the aisle. Do you notice how I carefully thought back about what happened in the beginning? I'm going to continue to jot down ideas in the beginning of my story, the middle, and then the end of the story. Okay, looks like we're about to all start writing and filling out our own planning sheets. Look through your pictures and I want you to choose one that means the most to you. This will be the picture that you will use as your small moment. Once you have your picture picked, just place your hands on your head so I know that you are ready. When you hear your name, you will get two things, your writing folder, and you will also visit the writing tray. You will pick out the piece of paper that is colored with your name. As well, I will be calling groups for guided writing, and I may be meeting with some of you individually to have conferences. So let's get started.